Are set to vote on an emergency budget amendment to help the South Bay's VTA recover after the deadly mass shooting at the rail yard last month. KTVU's Ali Rasmus joining us now live to explain how much money would go to the transit agency, employees, and the families of victims. Ali?
Alex, well, that money would be coming in the form of emergency amendments added to the state budget. That budget expected to be voted on and approved by the Assembly and the Senate today. It would set aside $20 million in immediate emergency funds for the Valley Transportation Authority. Now, half of that $20 million would go to help VTA workers, the other half to make repairs to the damaged rail yard. It was 1 month ago when a VTA employee entered the rail yard in San Jose and shot and killed 9 of his co-workers. Since then, VTA rail service has been suspended indefinitely. The agency hasn't been able to recover from the disaster. The agency needs to train new workers to take the place of the 9 people who were killed. They also want to provide long-term counseling to help traumatized co-workers heal. The head of one of VTA's unions says the money will also support the victims' families, although the details on exactly how and how much haven't been finalized.
Tax relief from some of the donations. I mean, these families are very scared and afraid. In a lot of cases, the main breadwinner is no longer with us, obviously, and there's a lot of concern, a lot of fear. We absolutely have to let them know that there's a process in place to take care of all the family members and all the grieving families.
Another $10 million would pay for new security features for the VTA buildings and repair the structural damage from the attack.
Replace doors, windows. In some cases, again, it appeared that technology was damaged, computer screens that are used to track light rail.
We're going to have to go back to the state and I think federal government to look at is an additional batch of money that we think is somewhere between a need of about $85 million to $150 million that will be able to raise the building where most of the incident occurred, to level it because it could and should need to be rebuilt.
Supervisor Chavez says the VTA is working closely with its unions to figure out when it'll be able to resume light rail service, but there's no exact timeline or date so far. These emergency funds, as we mentioned, part of the overall state budget. The Assembly and Senate expected to vote on it today, and once the governor signs the budget into law, the money should become available to the VTA by early next month. Live in the newsroom, Ali Rasmus, KTVU, Fox 2 News.